Hello architecture students, this is Mr. Green bringing you your third tutorial in the elevation tutorial series. So what we have here, what we did before is we put together our windows, our garage doors, our bottoms, and then the top of our walls here, and then the left and right sides. We're only working on the front side here, so you kind of get the idea. And you can go ahead and do this on all the other sides. Uh, our next that we want to do is actually start to draw on our roof here. And so what we're going to do is we're actually going to create a new layer, and we're going to call this our roof plan. And then for me, I will make it I'll make it a magenta color, something a little bit different. So I'll go to my roof plan. Now what I want to determine is what am I going to do with my roof? What am I going to do with it? What kind of overhangs am I going to have? That kind of deal. So in this case, you determine, do you want 1 foot overhangs, no overhangs? Do you want 2 feet overhangs, 18-inch overhangs? It's kind of up to you. I'm going to go a little bit bigger. I like larger overhangs. And so I am going to do a 2 foot overhang. Yes, 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 yes. So when I'm offsetting this, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click a layer. I'm going to do my current layer that I'm on. I'm going to do 2 feet. And I am just going to break this out. Let's see here. I've got here. There's one. Let's see what else we have. So we have front, back, and then over here, over here, over here. Let's see here. We've got right here, right here. I'm going to put all these together in a second here, so I think I've got what I need. Yep, so I'm going to go ahead now and actually fillet these, make sure I have a 0-degree fillet. I'm going to do multiple, zoom in here, fillet these two together. Alright. Now I've got this, I'm just going to extend this line over. Do the same thing over here. Okay, so now I kind of have my 2 foot overhang that I want on all sides. It's a little bit bigger by naturally about right here and right here. I'm kind of taking a shortcut and just saying I'm going to leave that. So now for my overall house, what I want is I want a roof slope that actually goes from here, it's a gable end, from here to this line right here. So from here to here. So that is actually where I want to draw probably my first ridge line. So to do this, I'm going to actually figure out what my distance is between these. So I've got 34 feet and 7 inches. So I'm going to write that down, 34 feet and 7 inches. Alright, so now I'm going to offset, and I'm going to offset something half of that, so 15, 16, that's 17 feet and 3.5 inches here. So I'm going to go 17 feet and then 3.5 inches. And I'm going to go from here to there. Okay, so essentially what I have now, if I extend this over to here, and I extend this over to here, is I have my gable roof. So you imagine folding a piece of paper, and this is the fold line that's going through. You're folding in half down the long way, and that is what my roof plan is going to look like on that side. Now what I'm doing is I'm actually going to be adding in some gables that intersect to my ridge lines that actually create kind of a cool looking effect here. So let's see here. What I'm going to do is my front here, this is a pretty easy one, goes from here to here. I actually want my ridges to meet up here, or at least that's my first idea. So I want my ridges to meet up here. So I'm going to have one go from here to here. Now this is a very important corner now, because this is the end of our roof and this overhangs a little bit. So what I'm going to do here is actually going to bring my valley line from there to right there. Then I'm going to bring my valley line from right here to this side. And if I just move this line back over here, now I have my roof and I have a gable that intersects where my ridges are at the same height. So I'm going with the same height. So naturally, if you look at it, my run on this side is going to be less than my run on my overall gable. So this would actually be a larger pitch, but I wanted to keep things roughly the same size. So now that I have that, I'm going to do the same thing over here. So over here what I'm going to do is I'm going to imagine this line goes all the way through. Now that I have that line that goes all the way through, I am going to bring a ridge line once again all the way through. Make sure this is 90 degrees. That's not 90 degrees. Try that again here. Alright, there looks like 90 degrees. So there's that, okay. And that's going to be my ridge line for that part of the roof. And what's going to happen is this is going to come down also and intersect with a few things. And then I have this portion right here. And this portion, I'm going to do the same thing. This is actually going to go back to about right here. So what I have here is this is going to go up, then it's going to go down, it's going to meet there. This is going to go back. Now what I have to do is I have to figure out where this is going to end for me. So I'll have a valley line that comes down, and my valley line here is once again going to come down to where my overall roof, my large overall gable roof ends, which is going to be right here. And then I'll have another one that goes from right here to that section. Right there. So now what I have is I have my overall gable. I have a pretty large one that goes over roof, a little one that goes over this portion, goes back to the wall of my garage, and then I have this one over here. So generally that was a really quick tutorial on doing the roof. This section right here, this little line that you see, this would come back out here as this roof would now come down. So you can see there's actually kind of one large flat shape in the back, and over here there's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 for this roof, 1, 2 for the large garage roof, and the 1, 2 over. So essentially what this is going to look like, I'll give you an idea. I'll open up the finished product. So if we go to the finished product here, mine, I actually did a little bit differently here, but you can see that the back is there. I had one over the garage. I had that little one that I showed you right there. And then right here I had one that went over. And then if you wanted, you could create another one that goes over the roof. You could do a lot of different things to really you know, make your house, break it up, give it some layer effects, you know, kind of make it look pretty there. But this is one way to do it. You can do it other ways. I have a porch that comes off here, so I might come back and add a roof on there, and then this would still slant down, so that wouldn't be an issue. So that's my roof. You want to try to keep it as simple as possible. This is going to lead us into our next tutorial, which is going to be taking what we see here and finishing it over here on your typical wall section.